Team of the Week 18 will be dropping bang in the middle of the Team of the Year promo, and in this video today we're going to take an early look at how said Team of the Week could be looking. If you need some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out my sponsor. There's a link to do so in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieron, you'll get yourself a nice discount, but if you use the code Kieron, Totw, you'll get yourself an even bigger discount throughout the Team of the Year promo. Now, most of you know how this series works by now. Essentially, we look over the games from the top 5 leagues from the past few days, and we try and identify some players who could be getting informs on the next Team of the Week release. And the upcoming Team of the Week, so far, I won't lie, it's not looking too great, but hopefully it improves with tomorrow's games, and yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good Team of the Week, because a lot of these informs are going to be packed a lot due to the Team of the Year promo. Therefore they will be, much cheaper than they would be if they were released any other week. This video and this whole series is of course sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball, if you didn't know, is a free to download and free to use football news app which can help you keep up to date with everything that's happening in the world of football. You guys know this already, so make sure you give it a download if you haven't already. Very useful just to keep up to date with literally every game that's going on in the world. Seriously, this app follows like some leagues which I didn't know even existed, and you can probably see some of them on the screen right now. You can obviously tailor the app just to follow teams that you support or leagues that you support, so if you don't want to see scorelines from other random leagues, then you don't have to. So yeah, you can personalize your experience. Really good transfer rumor section, and also the video feed is very useful too for checking out goals from the past few games. Okay, now all 50 plugs are out the way, we can get straight down to business. We begin on Tuesday with some Premier League action. West Ham beat West Brom 2-1, and the goal scorers were Jared Bowen and Michail Antonio, both of which obviously do have a chance, but I ultimately don't think either of them will pick up an inform this week. We then move on to the game between Leicester and Chelsea, which finished in a 2-0 scoreline, Leicester coming out on top, and there are multiple inform options from this match in my opinion. You've got Kasper Schmeichel, who made a few saves and kept a clean sheet. You've got Wilfred Ndidi, who scored and recorded a clean sheet as a defensive mid, and then you've also got James Maddison, who would be my pick. He got himself a goal, a good match rating, and also he technically is the definition of an inform player right now. Scored last week and arguably was unfortunate not to pick up the inform, but Yuri Tillmans got it instead. Now we move on to the games in La Liga still on Tuesday. Cadiz and Levante finished in a 2-2 draw. Because of the match ending in a draw, I don't put too much stock in an inform coming from that game. The same can be said for the game between Real Valladolid and Elche, but it is worth mentioning there is a right back here who did get 2 goals, so maybe he has a chance, but although he did score twice, technically conceded twice, so I wouldn't be too confident about picking him. Sevilla won 2-1, and it's just one of them games that really doesn't have a standout player. The goalkeeper Bono did save a penalty, but he did also concede in this game, got a yellow card, and also only made 2 saves overall, so I wouldn't be confident picking him. Gladbach beat Werder Bremen, and Elvedi got himself a goal and kept a clean sheet, so I think there's a very good chance of him picking up an inform this week, and you'll see why I think that, not just now but also later on in the video, because he played twice in the past week, and we'll discuss his other game in a few moments. Leverkusen beat Borussia Dortmund, and Moussa Diaby got himself a goal and a assist, and also got a very nice match rating from Kicker, so I think there's a very good chance that he picks up another special item this week, so maybe one to look out for there. Hoffenheim won 3-0 against Hertha Berlin, and there's a couple of inform options here. We've got Kramaric, who got 2 goals, we've got a couple of midfielders who got an assist, we've got Rudy, and we've also got Baumann, who kept a clean sheet and saved a penalty. And then the final Tuesday game to discuss is Wolfsburg beating Mainz 2-0, and Max Arnold got himself an assist and a pretty good match rating from this game as well. I believe it was a 2 from Kicker, so yeah, he has a decent opportunity to get an inform as well. Just quickly, for those who are not aware, a 2 match rating from Kicker is quite good. They work on a backwards scale, so the lower the score the better, the higher the score the worse. Now we move on to Wednesday's games, and we begin with La Liga. Getafe and Huesca finished in a 1-0 scoreline. You do have a couple of midfield options right here, so look out for those. Real Betis beat Celta Vigo 2-1, and Canales was on the score sheet twice, and Fekir set both of them up, so you've got a bit of a decision to make there. So yeah, I probably would side with Canales because he got the goals, but wouldn't be opposed to an inform Fekir either, just because it'd be a nice card for Ultimate Team. Villarreal Villarreal and Granada finished in a 2-2 draw. Not too much to discuss there. The same, to be fair, can be said for the match between Udinese and Atalanta, which also finished in a score draw. Schalke and Cologne finished 2-1, and isn't really a massive standout performer here. Yeah, you've got a centre-back who got a goal and made a key clearance, but did concede, so I wouldn't be, super confident making that pick. Also, his match rating, his game rating in FIFA isn't high, so he would take up a bench spot, which, yeah, I'm not confident in him making it. Leipzig beat Union Berlin 1-0 thanks to a goal from Forsberg, who also got a decent match rating from kicker, so I do actually think he has a chance at getting an inform this week. Bit of a pointless inform though, because obviously it's nowhere near as good as the player moments card, but nonetheless could get in. Freiburg and Frankfurt finished 2-2. You guys know the drill. No standout player, no inform. And Bayern Munich managed to beat Augsburg thanks to a penalty from Robert Lewandowski, and yeah, it's not good enough for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have such high standards. A player normally has to do something pretty amazing to get an inform. From this game alone, I don't see an inform coming. Arminia, who recently have started picking up a lot of points. They were looking like favourites for relegation at one point, but as of late have started picking up points every now and then. So a nice 3-0 win for them. Unfortunately though, I don't see them picking up an inform just for this game, but there is a chance because that's a big 3 points for them. And then there was one game in the Liga on Wednesday, and that was Lens beating Marseille 1-2-0. Thursday's games now, and we begin with a Premier League match in which Burnley pulled off a shock result away at Liverpool. Now this is the first time Liverpool have lost at home in a long time, so I've got a lot of confidence in the fact that Burnley are going to pick up an inform this week. They won 1-0 thanks to a goal from Barnes. It was a penalty, but it was the goalkeeper who stood out the most, and the goalkeeper is Nick Pope, who is obviously very popular in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. So I think there's a very good chance he picks up an inform this week. 6 saves in a 1-0 win, away win against Liverpool. Yeah, be very shocked if he doesn't make it in this week. Valencia and Osasuna finished in a score draw without a standout, so we'll move on quickly. And the next game to discuss is Atletico Madrid, who got the win against Eibar away from home. In this match, Suarez did score twice, but I can't see him picking up an inform on Wednesday with the, objective moment Suarez being available in Ultimate Team. It just really wouldn't make sense for them to release that. So there are other options from this game. You could maybe go for Llorente for the assist, but ultimately it's really hard to pick out another standout player from this game, so I don't think an inform will come from it. Now it's time to discuss Friday's action. We begin with a 2-2 draw in La Liga between Levante and Real Valladolid, which we're going to skip over. The same, to be fair, can be said for the game between Benevento and Torino. Zaza probably does have a chance with him bagging a brace, but ultimately not a super strong one as things stand. But we will see what match rating he gets from Gazzetta tomorrow. Now, Bundesliga. I mentioned Elvedi earlier, scored 1 goal midweek and got a clean sheet, and then on the weekend, on Friday, got 2 goals in a 4-2 win against Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, as a defender, he did concede twice, but 2 goals and a goal and a clean sheet in another game. He's got to be guaranteed an inform this week, and it'll be a very nice card, as you can see on the screen. So yeah, potentially a decent red pick right there. I know he's not super high rated, but very usable card by the looks of things. And then the final Friday match to discuss is a pretty interesting one. We have a potential inform Mbappe, which probably won't happen. In fact, I think it definitely won't happen. Obviously, he's got a Team of the Year card out right now, and yeah, 2 goals and 8 assists. It's just unfortunate that he did it this week when Team of the Year is out. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't see us getting another special Mbappe on Wednesday. But because of that, I think the next best option is probably Icardi. So we could see an inform Icardi this week for his goal and 8 assists. So yeah, Icardi. It's not quite Mbappe, but yeah, that's probably what we're going to end up with if he gets a good match rating from L'Equipe. We finally get to the Saturday games now. All these midweek fixtures over the winter period really do make these videos quite long. We start with Freiburg and Stuttgart, the game ending in a 2-1 scoreline for the home side, and instantly you can see the goalkeeper stands out. Made 8 saves, including a penalty stop in a 2-1 win. So with that in mind, you'd have to think he does have a good chance of picking up an inform. Normally I'd say that would, pretty much guarantee an inform, but as you'll see in a few moments, there is another goalkeeper candidates. So yeah, a lot of goalkeeper options this week. We move on to Augsburg beating Union Berlin at 2-1. I think it's pretty obvious we do have a striker who has a chance here, but once again another goalkeeper with a penalty save, so he's worth noting, but I don't think he'll get in. There are just too many goalkeepers who have got a better chance. Bayer Leverkusen and Wolfsburg ended in a 1-0 scoreline. Not really a massive standout performance, so we'll move on quite quickly from that, although that is a pretty good win for Wolfsburg. I spoke about Arminia earlier picking up quite a few points, but not on the weekend. They didn't. They got absolutely battered by Frankfurt, and there are of course a couple of inform options here. You've got Andre Silva, who got on the score sheet twice, and you've also got Kostic, who got himself a goal and a assist, and to be honest, he would probably be my prime candidate for an inform this week, because not only did he put in a good performance in this game, but also last week he got a couple of assists as well. Moving on then to a big win for Mainz, who beat RB Leipzig 3-2. Leipzig not really in the best run of form right now, and Mainz clearly took full advantage. And one of their centre-backs scored twice, which is, yeah, definitely worth noting. Did concede twice as a centre-back, but scored 2 goals as well, which is certainly interesting. And then we end with Werder Bremen's win against Hertha Berlin, 4-1 scoreline, and their goalkeeper, Pavlenka, had an insane game. 9 saves, a penalty stop. Unfortunately, didn't get the clean sheet, but still, massive performance by him, and ultimately, if he gets a good rating from kicker, I feel like he will definitely be in the upcoming team of the week. I think the kicker rating is going to decide who gets the inform between Muller and Pavlenka, so we'll see who I go for tomorrow in my predictions. Serie A now, and we begin with Roma's 4-3 win against Spezia, in which we have 2 possible standout options. We've got Pellegrini, who got himself a goal and a assist, and we've also got Borja Mayoral, who got on the score sheet twice. Udinese and Inter Milan finished in a scoreless draw, so we'll skip over that quickly. Goalkeeper didn't really have a standout performance. 4 saves, which isn't bad, but unless he gets a massive rating from Gazzetta, doesn't stand a chance this week. Atalanta pulled off a pretty big result, beating AC Milan 3-0 away from home, so I definitely expect an inform to come from this game, and I think there's a pretty obvious standout here with Romero, the centre-back, getting himself a goal and a assist. Now, his previous performance-based card in Ultimate Team was actually that Silver Star, so be interesting to see what rating EA give this inform should it happen. Ilicic also an option, of course. And Fiorentina beat Crotone 2-1 thanks to goals from Bonaventura and Vlahovic. 3 more games to discuss, 1 in the Premier League and 2 more in the Liga. Aston Villa got the better of Newcastle, 2-0, goals coming from Traore and Watkins, neither of which I see getting an inform this week. Nice beat Lens 1-0, once again not a standout in that game, although Atal did get himself a goal, the match-winning goal, so potentially if he does get a good match rating from the keep, could get in, and that could be a nice card, but don't have too much confidence in that right now. And then to end, we do have some good news for those of you who own headliners Ben Yedder, because Monaco did get the win eventually against Marseille, and therefore he will be getting a boost this week. An inform from this game potentially could go to Golovin, who got 2 assists. Okay, to actually end this video, we do have a few La Liga games to speak about. Huesca and Villarreal finished 0-0, so we'll move on quickly to Sevilla, who beat Cadiz 3-0, and there was a hat-trick, so you might think guaranteed inform, but no, he was in Team of the Week 16, therefore can't be in Team of the Week 18, so that is unfortunate. Sousa, an alternate option from this game. Sociedad and Real Betis finished in a 2-2 draw, so let's move on quickly to the final game, which sees Real Madrid beat Deportivo 4-1, and you actually have multiple inform options from this game. You've got Toni Kroos, who got 2 assists, you've got Benzema, who got 2 goals, and obviously has that headliners item, and you've also got Eden Hazard, who got himself a goal and a assist. So I think right now it stands between Benzema and Hazard. Who do you think will get it? Let me know in the comments. So that is our early look at the upcoming team of the week. Don't forget to check out my full prediction, which will drop tomorrow night, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Obviously in that video we will cover every single league that is in FIFA. If you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be great. Comment as well, let me know who you think will get an inform. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.